This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. Welcome to Clix on the Barbie, episode 16. I'm Ben Jones. With me I have Raphael Souza.
Woohoo!
And we also have Chris Rizzi.
How's it going?
In this episode, we're going to be talking about our good and bad and ugly of the week. Clix play that we've had over the last week, and that includes Raph and I having a game against each other. We have our 3 questions too many, and we'll have a Lloyd section. We'll talk about what's the new kids on the block, where we talk a little bit about Empire, and we'll also continue to talk a bit about the meta and where we're at with first turns and second turns. So let's turn on the gas, light the Barbie, and let's talk some Clix. So, how's everyone's week been? What's your good and bad and ugly? Who would like to start? Do I have to pick someone? I think
You pick.
I pick.
You're the teacher, so
Yeah, oh,
no one's no kids are raising their hands.
No.
That's right. Damn it. I've tried to do that with my class, and it's sort of, where they don't raise their hands and just sort of share the chat. But we're still working on that. Okay, well, I'm going to go. Raph, what about yourself? What's your good, bad, and ugly for the last week?
Okay, so let's see. In terms of clicks, I had the chance of playing my weekend games with Terry. We played on Saturday morning. We almost lost our Sunday game because he had to take his kids to the park, I think. But he returned and we were still able to kind of like play 1 or 2 games, I guess. And we are just playing our practice games, I would say. I don't know if you guys do this kind of stuff, but like when we play games, we basically don't kind of like play the whole game. We basically just practice the game. We do some movements and then we say like, oh, what if I do this? What if I do this? So this is more like practice that we do than actually like having a full game. We try to have like a full game as well, but it's more like a practice, I would say. So just to see all the variants of like what can happen if I change this, if I change that, like how to survive like first or second turn attacks and this kind of thing. I think we will discuss this later, right? But it was basically this, our practice weekends. I am playing a team that I think that Daniel Powell was playing. This Batman and Doom and Flashes and stuff. And Terry is playing his own version of the X-Men. With the I think it's not X-Men. It's actually,
I think it might be Hellfire Club.
Yeah, Hellfire Club, right? Because of the swappy stuff, like with Magneto. Yeah. So probably Hellfire. Yeah. So, and I think like the things that he's doing is one of the most interesting things I saw around, because many of the games that I watched where people were swapping stuff, they don't do the changes that Terry is doing. They're pretty good, I think. So one of the things that he is keeping on his team is what is her name? Let me try to find here. It's the girl that can carry 3
Pride?
Katie Pride, yes, correct. So
Yep.
yeah, I think it's Katie Pride, because the interesting thing about Katie Pride, and then people think that she's trash, but so apart from the fact that she can basically move across the board if you have tempo. So she has like an 11 movement with sidestep. So it's
So
13,
this
right?
is a Kate Pride from House of X.
Correct. Yes, from
Yep.
House of X. Yeah. So tempo gives +3 to movement. So in the end, it's like 16 movement, and she can carry 3 people, and with phasing, teleport, and sidestep, right? So basically, you kind of like cross the board and throw Blackheart in front of your opponent. You sacrifice a guard, and you have like a free charge, for example, or a running shot, and just like across the board, right? And apart from that, she gives. Let me have a look. Friendly characters with the Hellfire, Marauders, or Pirate keyword can use Steel Energy. So let's say Blackheart is on his stop click, first one, okay? He sacrifices a guard, he heals 1 click, he goes to Flurry Blades, so he will do free charge, Flurry Blades, and he will heal 1 more click because of the Steel Energy.
He'll back up. Yep.
Yeah. So he's always basically on top click. So if you don't kill Blackheart in 1 turn, he will probably be full health next turn. So
Yeah.
that's very interesting stuff. I don't understand why people are not doing this, and he's doing pretty well. So
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about Kate Pride on those teams with Blackheart. So yeah, it's again, she's great for a Blackheart, carry him across,
yeah.
and she's got Prob to help him out,
Yep.
and gives also that steel energy to him, which is just fantastic.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's pretty good. So that's what we're trying to play against each other and see how it goes, and how much does it change if I go first, if he goes first. Like that's basically it. It's just like our practice. So that's it for me in terms of like Clix, and life in general. Just the same. We are still in lockdown here, so just cleaning the house in the weekends, and that's it. And playing video games.
excellent. Thanks for sharing, Raf. And yeah, we'll talk a bit about that first turn, second turn thing a bit later on, which is always interesting. Chris, what about you? What's your good, bad, and ugly of last week?
Well, I really don't know. There's been bad because we've been locked down and construction's been sort of half shut down, but my company's still working for some reason because we're classifying it as maintenance work, which it's not. Kids are doing good,
Excellent.
which is great. And I got my 1 garden bed almost filled in and done so we can start planting some plants and stuff, and that's about it. Just life is moving on, so that's all I got. Just boring.
Are you buying Clix, Chris? Like not playing but buying stuff or not?
I bought 1 brick of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And
good.
this raft set I haven't really thought about buying, but I might do it just to support the store that we buy from. But other than that, I haven't been buying anything. I haven't even seen my heroclix. It's been out in the shed for the last month and a half, 2 months. So
that's the bad for you.
Well, depends on how you look at it. I've had time for other stuff, so
True.
Yeah, that's about it. Just kind of living life, going day by day, and yeah, it's not bad.
And sometimes just the normalness of life is actually really enjoyable. So I get that. Spending time with family, and especially with kids, spend some more time with them. It's great. So I hope that's good. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is. I guess for myself, I've actually I think I've just got good. So I've been on holidays from work, which is always great.
Yay.
Holidays are always nice. And for the previous week, I've spent, kayaking down the river. With having all my gear together, tent and food, and sort of kayaking for a day, setting up camp, kayak for a day, set up for camp. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. That was a really good time just to get away and just have some time to
Did you
think. And
fall into the water?
no, not at all.
Ah,
Actually,
okay.
no. I
Did you
actually
meet the hillbillies that played the banjo?
no.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
No, we didn't. No, but we were certainly. What was 3 days in at one stage before we saw people again. So we just sort of like because we were way out the back um, of the Murray River, and yeah, no, we didn't see the banjo players, and we didn't see no bunyips, but we did. By the middle, we managed to find a pub to get to, and so everyone was happy to go and get a drink and things like that. So yeah, no, it was really good fun. I just enjoy that time just to get away for a while. And they've done a lot to the river system. They've got a lot of environmental flows going on, so the water is really high, and that was just gave us more places to explore. That I guess that's my yeah, that's what was really good. And I guess right before that, I got my finally got a case of the RAF set, so I was really happy to
Nice.
get my case of that
Oh, good.
finally. And yeah, so I actually got the message that it was at the post office on the Thursday before I went away. And I said to my offsider at work, I said, I'm going home at recess time and I'm going to go. So it's a 10-minute drive to get home. Went and got my case, come home, dropped it off, opened 4 boosters, and then went back to work. And I heard that I couldn't wait to get home that night. It was just it was good to have them here. And yeah, I was pretty happy with it in the end. I managed to get a weapon hex chase, and I got
Did you blow black cards?
no, I didn't. That
Oh
was one of the
no! Come
that was one of
on.
the disappointing ones. But I've
Mm.
been under my shop to say, "Come on, I want more.
Yep, yep.
Get me my case." I got Gladiator, I got Dark Beast for my Prime, I
Nice.
got Apocalypse, Angel, Emma Frost, and Deathbird. Can't remember the other one. But no, I was really happy. My legacy cards were a Wolverine and the Magneto, so I was happy with that because I have both those figures. And yeah,
Oh, cool.
so it's all been actually it's all been pretty good at the moment. If I was to say anything ugly about my week, is that my wife has got flu at the moment, so we've sort of kept her away from us for the time being until she gets better, because I don't want to be sick during my holidays. But yeah, other than that, everything's been going really well. And well, I was away for a week, but we've started our season 7 of our virtual league, and that which is sealed from the RAF set. And I got to play RAF this week in our first round. So yeah, that was good fun. We played last night, and yeah, RAF managed to take the win. I think it was 130 to 110.
Yeah, really close. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, and it was really good fun. We learned a lot about the figures, and we learned a lot about the maps as well.
Yeah.
Spent a bit of time, trying to figure out maps. Yeah, and well, so I thought my boosters are pretty good, and my team was Emma Frost at 125. I had Magneto at 40. I had Longshot at 50, and my last one was Weapon X23, and she was at 80 points. And yeah, it's a pretty solid team. Got some range, I've got some close, I've got TK in there, leadership, double prob. And so yeah, I was pretty happy with the team, but Raf just had some great rolls on roll 20, which was surprising at the start. But yeah, it was really good fun. Raf, did you want to say what your team was?
Yes. So I played I managed to. I think it's like the first time I actually could make a theme team out of like random boosters. And managed to make like a X-Men +7 team with Dr. Moira, Brew, Blink, Corvus. How can I say that? Corvus,
Yep.
Rookshire.
Rook shit. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Dakin, Warpath, and Multiple Man. And yeah, so basically, like my team's is entirely close combat, right? and I struggle a little bit because like you were basically mind controlling me. So it's
Yeah,
also it's close combat, but and there's not much move and attack here, right? So I had to kind of like move all my guys up, and but you were like just mind control me and like punching my guys with my own guys. So
yeah, that was certainly the idea, was to use Emma Frost to continually mind control your
yeah,
guys to punch yourself.
yeah.
And
I managed to kind of like yeah, roll that. I think that the first second turn that I was able to kill two of your guys. That was really like, what was that like?
yeah, so
Uh,
you moved out and you put
crit.
Dakin by himself, and I wanted to get rid of Dakin, so I TK'd
Yeah.
X23 up, and at least I wanted to try to get him off his Muramasa blade thing, because then she wouldn't be able to heal every turn. But yeah, she missed, and then you just came through and blipped her.
With a critical hit plus blades of 5.
Yeah,
Wasn't it something like this? And blades of
and
5 and exploit.
exploit.
So I think like everything that could go right for me and wrong for you happened on that bro. And
Yeah,
after that I did nothing else, absolutely nothing else. I couldn't even hit you, I guess. Like I missed everything.
you did. You
It's
came in and
crazy,
you
isn't
was
it? Yeah.
started missing. You just couldn't hit Emma or Magneto, even though
Yeah.
with the values that you had. And yeah, then I continued to mind control you, hit you, and then push you away. But it was really good fun,
Yeah.
and I actually really enjoyed the Emma. It helped me to learn a little bit about those characters, and
Oh, that
yeah,
it
no, it
was
was.
really it. She's good. Let me have a look. But you played her on 125, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I might as well go big. It's sealed. Go big,
Oh
and
yeah.
see how you went. I was just really surprised at the length of some of the dials. There's like, Brew, what was he, 5 clicks long, and toughness, and I just didn't have enough
Mm,
damage to get through everything.
yeah, that's
He
true.
was he was pretty outstanding for you with his moving, of sidestepping around, and outwitting was, yeah, it was pretty good. So,
Do you know why they are still doing the indomitable symbol?
they've just put it on. It's just on every character now, so that's just the normal. That's just
Oh, okay,
becomes the
that's
normal
normal.
damage
Oh,
symbol.
okay,
Yep.
okay. I thought the normal was going to be without the indomitable, so but I can just see that everything is indomitable. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yep.
Okay, cool, makes sense.
It's just that simplifying it, going, well, why do you have two different symbols, or just have one
Yeah,
symbol and it's done.
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it was a really good first game. I learned a bit about my team, and hopefully, as I move into the next round, I'll have a little bit more success, and we'll just see how it goes. And yeah, I hope, Raf, as you move forward, that you enjoy your game that you have next week.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Learned a lot about my team as well. That's what I need to be. I need to do, like move forward and try to punch as much as possible.
I think there was one thing I did look at a bit later on, and it was Dakin.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got charge,
Yes.
sidestep, stealth, and then when Dakin uses charge while he occupies hindering chain, he does not halve his speed. So if he's in hindering, he has a charge of 9 squares.
Yeah, I think I missed that, right? And I
Yeah,
also missed
because you
the
were in hindering.
sidestep. I wasn't hindering just to kind of like hide him.
Yeah,
And I was always counting 5, right? And I was like
yeah.
out of range every time. But yeah, that's part
So
of the learning process of the
yeah,
game.
one to take into your next game as you go, because it's
Yeah.
great. You can sidestep into hindering and then move on.
Yes, correct. Yes, that's right.
So
I will do this
yes,
next time.
cool. Okay, so yeah, that's, I guess, my good, bad, and ugly, and I guess and I'm a game against Raf. Let's move
Probably
on.
next game is only in 1 or 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think we generally try to give. We hope
2
everyone
weeks.
gets it done in a week, but usually it ends up being 2 because someone's can't sort of connect it together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, as we continue to look to add more people to the virtual league as well.
Yeah, and talking
is
about
lovely.
more people, when are you going to join us again, Chris?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just easier that way. And I know Terry's reached out to me a couple times to play some games, but I just no time.
Okay.
So
Just not feeling it. Cool. So let's move on. And Chris, I'm going to handball over to you for 3 questions too many.
thanks for that, Ben. Yeah, 3 questions too many. So just in case the listeners don't know what we're talking about, it's usually 2 questions about heroclix and a 3rd question usually about anything. So let's start off. Number 1, what is the best click space effects for the chases that you've seen? So Avengers Infinity had like a starry pattern on their chases. The Amazing Spider-Man had red bases. Hulked out heroes from the Incredible Hulk had green. I don't think DC has done many.
They had
I think Superman and Legion, right, had the yellow, I believe it was.
Yes. Yep. And they had the like Envy and Sloth, and I can't remember what they were called.
Oh, with the gray ones.
Yeah, they had
Or
sort of a
kind of
browny.
brownish.
Yeah.
Yeah, sandy color. And then they also had the red sun bases where they had the emblem for the red sun on the bases. So which is your guys' favorite out of those? I think there's probably 1 or 2 more sets that had different colors, but
Yeah, I was as I was looking through, I was going, oh, the zombies were a brown color as well. So from the for the zombie team base, but also their chases were brown, and there's some cool ones out there. I really like it. Sorry.
So what would you say is your favorite out of those ones?
I
Might as well start off with you, Ben.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I do like the Amazing Spider-Man one because it's also got this webbing pattern on it as well. I always appreciated just that little bit more to it. The Phoenix 5, translucent yellow base, I guess ready yellow bases were pretty cool as well. But I think I keep coming back to the Amazing Spider-Man one. I just actually like that little bit of detail with the webbing on it. It was looking really cool, and they're probably not my favorite figures in the world, but I did like that base. I just like the fact that when you get a chase figure, it looked different by having that base on. I wish they would continue to do it. But I guess the 2 would be. I looked at those Phoenix ones tonight, and they just look great as well. So
good.
So they were my 2.
Raph, what about you? I know you haven't gone back that far to some of these, but
I'm just looking here at on HC Helms about the figures that you're talking about. So it's pretty nice, right? They didn't do it recently, right?
Well, they did it with the Dooms. The Dooms all
the
had.
Dooms have kind of sort of greenish, right?
Yeah, well, they're green.
So
but
that one, and not the chases specifically, but one of the sets, one X-Men, they did yellow bases. I think that was the first one that I saw different color. Is there like an X-Men that was Regenesis, I think?
Yeah, X-Men Regenesis. They had different colored bases.
So from the time that I have started playing, that was the first time I saw different.
Yeah, they had the yellow and the blue for the 2 different teams. The gold team and the blue team.
Yeah, right. I liked that one. And then I think after that, the only one with colors was like Doom. But even Doom, it's just a green that's almost black, right? I mean, it's not that different. There's no details or anything. It's just like a green. It's like when I saw the Spider-Man that you're talking about, there were details. Like there's like a web, like there are details on the red stuff. So
that's what I liked about them. That they had that red, that they had that detail about them as well. But if you go back and have a look at the Incredible Hulk ones, they have a radioactive green, I guess you'd call it, for theirs.
Yeah, neon green.
Yeah. So Yeah, I don't have like much experience with this. I would say just like for the chases, I'll have to pick Doom. That's basically the only one that I saw with colors, I would say. But I like it. It's
Okay.
nice. It's nice. They should do it more because it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice way to set everything apart.
Yes, right. That's
I'm trying to remember. There was one other set, and it was back around 10th anniversary. Galactic Guardians. Believe the chases for that set, like the chase Thanos, they were silver. Or am I thinking something else?
I think you might be right.
Yep. They are. So you had the Keeper, which is another name for Silver Surfer. They were silver.
Wow, I
So
don't
I
even
think
know if I have any of those.
I'm pretty sure I got the full set of these, and I actually even bought a stone golem that Thanos makes. It was
Cool.
repainted
nice.
as one of the parademons from one of the earlier sets, and yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, silver for those ones.
Yep.
And I think that was. Oh, I think you had gold for the Chaos War. So like
Yes.
Avengers Prime with the Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. It was all the duos: Ant-Man and Wasp, Hawkeye and Mockingbird. They were all gold color.
Which one is this, Chris?
Chaos War.
I forgot about the silver ones.
Yeah.
From the Galactic Guardians. Yeah. Oh, now I'm gonna have to go and see if I've got any of them.
Yeah. Then Chaos War had the gold ones.
That had Avengers Prime, and that was all gold, wasn't it? That was it. Beautiful. Yep.
Oh, and the Batman set had blue. The Batman chases. I'm just looking at them right now.
Which one is
it's actually pretty cool. Batman.
Which like Batman himself, or like
like the Batman set.
Batman set.
But so it's a couple sets before Amazing Spider-Man and Streets of Gotham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, they had God packs in that one, so you get like a full booster full of these blue ones, which looked awesome to get. Not that I ever got it myself, but looked awesome to get. Good call. I think there was also, I know Lydia Mallor. I can't remember what set she came from. Feels like
that was the Superman and Legion of Superheroes. The set that was named after Superman that didn't have a Superman in it. That was a piss poor set.
That's Superboy.
It was bad. Slosh. Yeah. Yeah, it had Superboy. But when you name a set Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, it should have a Superman in there.
You think so? It would make more sense to at least have it in there. But yeah.
Sorry. I was wrong. There was a Superman chase, but it was Apocalypse Superman. So, and they had blue dials also. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So WizKids has been able to do it. WizKids has been able to do it in the past, and they've just done it again recently. Why are we not getting it with everyone that we get? It just feels good to have. It just It just gives that difference. I think it's something that WizKids should bring back when they make their new sets.
Yeah, make it a little interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have to say the Avengers Infinity, the starry looking ones. I know it's not that pronounced, but I think that's pretty good. But yeah.
They look pretty. When you get them in the right light, they look really pretty. They look really pretty. So, no, cool. Excellent. So, there's a whole range there.
Actually, thinking back, you don't even realize it. So, although I gotta say, the red sun bases are actually pretty nice too. Have them kind of posing on top.
Yes, with they're almost statuesque like that. We're having that
Yeah.
little pose.
All right. Well, good answers for that one. So,
Really cool.
oh, you find it, Ralph?
Yeah. I'm just looking at some stuff from the past, and okay, that's my time to go off topic a little bit, but I'm just looking like how the
You're
figures.
still not getting your random
No,
random
not
part
random,
here.
not random. It's still related to this stuff, but I'm just looking at figures from the past, and although they changed the figures and they say like it's more detailed nowadays, I'm just finding the figures nowadays are more boring than in the past. Like the figures from the
Yeah.
past, they have like some cool stuff on the base, right? There's like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, and nowadays it just looks like a figure standing on the dial, right? When I was looking here, I saw like a bunch of stuff that was really cool, like there's like a hand, and like the guy is standing in a hand or something like this, like a bunch of like
Are you
different
talking?
stuff.
Are you talking the Spider-Man end of the Earth?
Yeah, in
Or yeah,
yeah, even like I just saw Batman here, and there's like Spider-Man on light posts, I mean, there's like a lot of different stuff. Like the figures nowadays just seem more boring than they were in the past. In the
yeah.
past, like more fun stuff, like more comics, I would say, stuff.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there was just a lull, and you can probably go back to I would say anywhere from, where am I looking? Avengers Defenders War
Mm-hmm.
all the way up to something recent. I'd probably say the Fantastic Four or JLU set, where they reused all the sculpts that they could.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they kind of just took out all that different stuff, right? So I think in that period of time, they just kind of went, "Oh well, this is cost effective. Let's just put everything out that we can
Okay.
with these ones."
Okay. I see what you mean.
Now looking at the raft set, you got your figures standing on some sort of ground platform, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's changing back to be better
Yeah.
sculpts and different sculpts.
Okay. Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Like I don't know if you bought Nick Fury and Agents of Shield, I think it was.
And I didn't play that one. No.
Well, if you did, there were so many.
It's like different
Where
stuff.
is it here?
Different, sculptures.
No,
No.
yeah. So you'd have 2A, which is Shield's section chief. Then you'd have 2B, which was Maria Hill. Same pose, just different paint job.
Oh. Okay.
Or you'd have 3A, which was Shield elite agent, and then 3B was Shield Carter or Sharon Carter. And then if you look on that one, it's just A and B, A and B, A and B, all the way down to 8. And then you have more. You have Hydra Recruit, Hydra Agent H, and they were really doing lots of more sculpts, like same position reuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think the best set for that sculpt thing is the collateral damage set. That was just had some outstanding sculpts with lots of stuff happening in them. Whether they were I still love the Calabac because he's got the door in his hand. It looks like he's about to throw it, and that's probably the best set. But I know what Raf's saying. They're not very dynamic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that. I go back and look at the Nick Fury set. They're not very dynamic. They're just all just sort of standing there.
Yes. Right. That's
standing at attention. Yeah, and that's where you get so many of the sculptor uses. Yeah.
Look, there's probably a few nice ones, but I do like the fact they're all standing on like a platform now, whether it looks like a bit of moonscape or a street. This one's standing on looks like a manhole cover and just in the gutter. But yeah, it's good to see that. But it's still, ones that always stand out are those really dynamic sculpts. And
yep.
Again, we've probably set off track, but imagine having those dynamic sculpts on those colored bases as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
So sort of
and
to
it's
segue
the
it back
color
in.
bases we're talking about. So
Yes. Okay.
yeah,
Yep. Cool.
all good. Okay, number 2. What is the best convention exclusive that you've played or owned? I mean, you can go back and you got your Starro, you got your Galactus. Looking back at some of the other ones, Brainiac Skull Ship, the Trinity of Sin, stuff like that. So for Marvel, it would be Obnoxo the Clown or Death Mask. What Sentinels, Supreme Intelligence? What is some of the best ones that you guys have played with or that you keep around that you like the sculpt of? I'm just throwing it out there, so you guys can just answer in however you want.
I've mentioned one that I've actually enjoyed playing, which was Supreme Intelligence. I thought he was really good fun to play and just have on the side. But yeah, so Supreme Intelligence is one that I have definitely played a few times and enjoyed actually just playing it. You know, sometimes it's successful, depends on the character you're playing it on, but that was really good fun.
You know what? I'm going to stop you there. I was in it was a major tournament down in Calgary, so it was a 3-hour drive down to get to this place, and I'm playing against this Thomas guy. Great player. Sadly, he passed away a couple of years ago. But even before we started, he sat down across from me, and time started, and he said, "Have you ever played Supreme Intelligence before?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna call the judge over, and he's gonna explain how Supreme Intelligence works." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he just said, "I can attack you wherever on the map." I'm like, "How does that work?" And it was, he did it, so he just psyched me right out for the game, and I just sucked after that. I was playing Venom Jubilee, Purple Battery Lantern. There was 2 other pieces with that I could try to get the pieces on. But just him coming over and saying, "Have you ever played it?" "No." "I'm calling the judge over to explain it to you." It's like, come on, dude, you got to give me some sort of help here. This is, yeah, it was painful playing him, but yeah, it was pretty good. So,
Okay.
yeah, no, that's all I got to say about Supreme Intelligence. It's a good piece, but
And I think there's
sitting
like
across from it.
some ways to exploit the like I think there are some combinations with this piece and something else I can't remember that you really kind of like exploit the stuff, and it's really hard for you to lose if you put those 2 or 3 pieces together. I just can't remember what it is, but it's one of those things like that no one dies or something like this, and then you keep attacking from anywhere in the map. It's just like ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that piece was, he had it paired with Justin Seifert, I think, at the
Yeah, I think
time.
that's it. That's
Because
Yeah,
he's a robot.
yeah, it was something like that. I can't remember for sure, but it was
yeah.
just the psych out of sitting down across from him and him just saying,
Well, we
"Well,
get
I don't know how to explain this, so I'll call the judge if you have any questions." I'm like, are you kidding me? So it was
when you say we're
painful.
about to start the game, we'll call the judge over so he can sit here with you while we play, to
Yeah,
explain it. That's a good psych out.
yeah, it was very good. Yeah, what about you, Raf?
I think I'll have to let me see. I'll have to say Tri Sentinel. I think.
Trisentinel?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tri Sentinel. While Pulse Wave was still good, I think. And that blow walls and that stuff. So it was a little bit scary to play against Tri Sentinel. It was always good to have like. I remember a time I had like three of them. So Never
Yeah.
had the chance to play the 3 of them, but and another one that I think, if it's not as good as Tricentennial, but I like it. It was Lockjaw. Lockjaw was interesting, like piece.
Yeah,
Because of
for
like the
the never
cosmic,
die or
like
whatever.
you never die and pick up power stuff, and it was very versatile. And there was just one scary click that, if you go to click 6 and you took like some sort of like incap, I think you could die. But yeah, apart from that,
Which you can't do now.
no, yeah, that's true. So if he was modern, he was going to be good again.
I
No, he
don't.
was always good, actually. Like, he was good. I just like that click 6 was a bit scary, I think.
Yeah. Another one that I've really enjoyed is Old Man Logan, just because of being a Wolverine fan, and he's not the greatest of clicks in the world, but he's just one that always takes a pride of place in my collection.
Are you talking the one with the claws and Captain America's shield?
Yes, that one.
Yep.
So, he's 178 points, but always enjoyed having different objects or different equipment on the sideline just to sort of equip him straight away. I think I used to put the Macron crystal on him as well, so if he died, he came back to life. And yeah, he was really good fun. I've enjoyed playing him. It's not the best figure in the world, but he's good fun to play.
Good.
Yeah, so that's probably my 2 major ones. Tricentennial is a good call, Raph. Right, he's a great one as well. So, what about you, Chris? Have you got one?
I remember buying Apocalypse. The one that could switch into the giant size X-Men number 3 on click number 14 or number 7 on click 9. I liked playing that one a couple times. It was pretty fun. And then the Zombie Galactus, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was just a good looking figure, I thought. I think I've only played him once though.
He's great looking.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's about it for me. There's lots out there.
To get the convention exclusive stuff back in the past? Because like I know Tricentennial was not that hard because they even sold in store, and Lockjaw was a little bit old, so I could get like second hand when I started playing. But back in the time that you guys were playing, so how was it to get those pieces?
Well, for me, I had a hookup from a guy I played with who had a girl that went to, I think it was Gen Con or some other place. And then how they paid her for working the booth was with convention exclusives. So then she would give them to him, and then he would sell them to people that wanted them. So that's how I got the Apocalypse. I think I bought him for $100.
Oh, okay.
Death Mask. I think I got Noxo the Clown. I can't remember. Maybe not that one.
So you didn't
but I
have
did
many
get the
difficulties.
Venom and Old Man Logan.
It wasn't hard for you to obtain them.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean,
because I've heard
you're
histories
over
on that Australia had some sort of like shorted on the, like Ben, you can probably tell like how was it to obtain the pieces here? Like they were like about like $250 or something like this. So.
They were certainly rarer to come across, and I guess when I first started playing, and it's only when I sort of started going to nationals, which was about 2012 or something like that. 20, I can't remember exactly. And that's only when I started to see them for the first time, I guess. I'd hear about them, but I was never anywhere near them. We had the kits, like play kits, and we used to get like the LEs from that. But yeah, the convention exclusives, I'd look at them online and go, I don't know how I'm going to get that, unless I was going to pay big prices to get them shipped across, which I'm a bit more reluctant to do. Yeah.
I know when Melbourne had their nationals, and it was with the big giant man that had the airplane wing, had the tank. There was Spider Carnage, Captain America, Spider Gwen, Pizza Face.
Oh
I
yeah, this
know
is
the store that we
2017.
played at had tons
Mm.
of extras, and they still do at some point. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
think
sure they're still
it
around.
yeah, I think it all depends on what event is happening in Australia, anyways.
Yeah, in Australia. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We should do an episode about the history of Clix in Australia, and then we bring Terry and Ben to talk about it.
Yeah, Terry and I have been doing some things behind the scenes about that, just trying to get some data together. Now I'm on holidays, I've got a bit more time to spend to look at it. But yeah, we're hoping that we can get something together at some stage.
Yep.
There are a few shout outs I'll probably go. I do like Superman Prime as well. He's
Right. Yeah.
he's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's a good one. And plus, I think that Good Game still has most of those con exclusives from 2019, was it? From our
Yep.
nationals. I think they still have a lot of them, which
Yeah.
I always mean to call or check out their website and see if they have any, but I keep forgetting and kind of just moving on. So yeah.
I'll write that down as something to check out again.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
All right. I think you both answered that, right? So
Yeah.
let's go on to question number 3. What are you watching on TV or Netflix, or what are you looking forward to watching? I'll start off this one. I've seen and heard some people talking about Squid Game on Netflix.
Yes,
I've watched
heard
just
about
the
this.
opening 30 seconds, but it looks pretty interesting.
True.
What
Does
about
look
you,
interesting.
Ralph?
Yeah, that's it. I talked to my wife yesterday about this one. Like, we need to watch that one. But she said like, oh, you know that people die, right? And I said, yeah, I know.
All right, I guess Ralph's afraid of blood, so
Yeah.
yeah. I want to watch that one. I finished Witcher for the second time. Ted Lasso. I love that show. I will never say a bad word about it.
What's that on?
Ted Lasso. It's about an American football coach that goes over to the UK to teach or to coach soccer, and it is emotional. It is funny, and it is just great. I almost cried at one point the other night because there was issues in the show, and it just kind of touched my heart a little bit. But yeah, it's a great show.
Can he use in-cap as free? Because of the
We're just gonna move.
Okay, because
We're just gonna move on. We're not gonna.
Which streaming, Chris? Which streaming system? Which streaming?
It's on Apple. Yeah,
Apple. Okay, that's all right.
but I just went through a website because that's what you do nowadays.
Okay.
That's how I watch my AEW.
Oh, okay.
So what are you guys watching?
I'm not watching
What was that?
anything. Yeah, I'm not watching anything.
No.
No, I'm just playing computer games. But I plan to watch this one, the same that you mentioned, the
The Squid Game.
Squid Games. Just gonna need to see how violent that stuff is. But
It's violent.
Is it like, or they just die, like they vanish or something like this?
No, it's violent.
Oh gosh.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
No.
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
but
have
it's
to
a
think.
South
I'll have to
Korean
think.
movie, so yeah.
Okay.
Lupin is a very good one also. I don't
Which
know if
one?
you've heard of that. Lupin.
Looping.
Yeah, Lupin.
Okay. Lupin. I'll just.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's really good. It's English dubbed over French, which is it's a good show. Yeah. What about you,
Always
Ben?
good
What
to
are you
get.
watching?
So for myself, I just finished watching Rick and Morty today, and
Okay.
I guess I never had been on the Rick and Morty bandwagon, but I thought I'll give it a go, and actually really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was quite good. I found on SBS, I found Forged in Fire, so I've started that from season one. So I've watched some random episodes and just enjoyed it. So that's about making knives and swords and stuff like that, which is pretty good fun. And I also had Squid Game down as well because I saw that. I was like, oh, that looks like an interesting thing to watch. So
Yep.
I'll get started on that at some stage soon, I think,
Have
as well.
you watched Jonah from Tonga, Ben?
I haven't watched it for a long time. I remember it, and I sort of go, yeah, no, that's a bit cringy now.
It is. It's like Australian stuff, right? I watched it the other
Yeah,
day. I said, oh, this is so Australian. So it was.
yeah,
uh,
yeah, and it's probably a bit cringe worthy now because it's just the time we're in. But it was very popular at the
yeah.
time. I wasn't a super fan of it, but I know many
Mm.
people that were.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's got its own niche for the humor market, I think.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Right.
but,
Right.
and obviously you enjoyed it, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
I thought it was fun because I didn't see the bad side of it. Like, since
Yeah,
I don't understand much of like the history of the stuff, I just watch it like as a fun and comedy and stuff, right? And then I started reading further, like might not be as good as joke today, this kind of
yeah,
stuff. But like
that's right.
just watching it as like a comedy and as fun stuff, I thought it was pretty fun. So and then I just learned it later might not be as fun.
Yeah, it's certainly not politically correct, and but it was what it was for the time.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Cool.
yeah, so Squid Game
Oh,
for me, Chris, would be one I want to get
good.
into.
I forgot. What if? Another new
Yes.
episode tonight. So good.
Okay, so I haven't seen this. Haven't seen what's last week's yet because I was away, and I haven't watched this week's yet. I'm gonna get into it,
Yeah.
but
I'm
yeah,
not gonna do any
really enjoyed it.
spoilers, but
Man,
so
good man.
good. Yeah. All right. So that's it for 3 questions too many. Thanks, guys.
Excellent. Thanks, Chris, for that, and we'll move forward. And Raf, I'll let you take over with a bit of your and lawyered for a bit of Raf's rule segment. What new things have you found out? What sort of rulings have you seen out there that you want to
Yeah.
talk about?
This is gonna be a short one. I think that just few things that I noticed interesting in the last week was I tried to play No, and I was like reading and it said the card says about obscuring terrain, right? And they said, oh, okay, but obscuring terrain does not exist anymore. And funny thing is that someone posted on Facebook about this. Like, it looks like that a new player read the card and asked it on the Facebook rules chat, like, what is obscuring terrain? Because this is not in the rules. And I thought that was fun. And then someone pointed that there's like an errata on the WizKids website that says everything that refers to obscuring terrain is now hindering terrain.
So that's unbrackishness. Stealth smoke cloud is free, but generate obscuring terrain markers.
Yes.
Free, place null on a square of obscuring terrain within 4 squares. So yeah, and so now it's hindering terrain within 4 squares. So that's
Right. Yeah.
it. It's even more valuable for him to be able to move around quickly.
Yep. And but you also have to kind of like take care with stuff that converts hindering to something else. So let's say you have Molecule Man, you can basically just convert that hindering to water, and then all of a sudden no is not on stealth anymore, right?
Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Another question that I always see that comes up on the Facebook page, rules page, and the question that is very popular is if post wave bypass the mystics team ability, and yeah, and the answer is yes. Like you don't take mystics if you post wave. So this is something that always someone is asking on the chat. Um, okay, there's another one that is interesting. Like you remember that? What is it? Invisible plane. Invisible plane is like considering as blocking terrain, right? For movement purposes.
Yes.
So there is a question about if you have a character with improved movement blocking, move through blocking, right? Usually, these improved movement move through blocking, you destroy blocking after you move. So people were asking, like, do you destroy the invisible jet, right? Or the invisible plane if you move through? But the answer is no, like you don't destroy it. It just for movement purposes, not for anything else. So you can move through the jet, but you don't destroy the jet or any part of the jet. So it's just like I thought that this was an interesting question. In the last one that came up this week was about Immortal Hulk, and someone that was not aware of his errata asked about how do you take Immortal Hulk out of the click one, right? Because like there's no pushing damage anymore.
And that's when they really need to do a card. It'd be so nice to have that card. So, like, even if they just printed off like packs of 10 cards, because there's these changes here, and I just was able to go buy a pack for. Look, if I had to buy it for $10, I would. Just have the new card to go with the thing, because
I agree with you that would be like a good one with all the erratas, right? Because it can be a issue in a tournament, right? Like if you don't remember to bring the printed rules. And I also learned that it's responsibility of the person that is playing a character with an errata. You are responsible for bringing the printed rules about that errata.
Yep.
Yeah, because you can't use digital devices.
Yes, right. So that's a thing. Like with Immortal Hulk, like they changed it so when he is given an action token, after resolutions you may deal him one unavoidable damage. So it's basically like you move him up, give him a token, and switch to like
And then
number
take the damage.
Take damage, and then you can probably do something. So you still have to kind of like have that critical think, right? So I took some damage. I do have the 2 tokens that I need for my free charge. So you move up, give the token, take the damage, and free charge. So that's
it's actually better than having to push, because you don't have to go twice.
Yeah. And then you just have 1 token, then you do it like do it again next turn, right? So that's good. Yeah, that's just it for me.
I don't know. The other thing I saw was that in the new pack coming out, that there's been a change to charge and a change to running shot.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean,
I thought
a change is actually to make things as they should, right?
Yeah. Well, to make things work a little bit smoother. I know I heard someone saying about infinite combos come back again, but it's changed that you can move them, make a closest free or make a close attack, or you can make a ranges free or range attack, which helps that flash, which can do the double charge.
Yeah.
It can make a close and then can make a range, then make close attack. It's 2 different actions. So
But I think he
Yeah.
was intended to do this. That's the
Yeah.
point. I think like no one designs a figure thinking, oh, the first charge will have to be an object attack. The second one can be a normal charge. It's like just charge and then free charge. What kind of like makes sense, right? Otherwise, you have to like find an object in the way, pick up the object. It's just dumb. Like I don't think that the figures were designed like this way. When they say you want a free charge, it's like a completely free charge, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you want to be able to do it twice. You don't want to have to be. It doesn't. You didn't want to have to try to pick up an object because you're not always guaranteed to getting one. Which then you go, oh, I can only use one charge. Then at least this way you can still do it.
Yeah.
Boom, and don't have to worry about the object. I mean, you can't. You can still pick one up and hit with it if you want. Why not add ones to damage? But
Sure.
so I thought that was probably something that's important to have.
Yeah.
To know that let's make that change.
Yep. That hopefully they will release that stuff with. They were saying with the new WWE rules that they might need to adjust some stuff from that PAC, right? Because the way it's written today conflicts a little bit with the new rules. So
Yeah, well, yeah. So it looks like in the Empire set we get a new PAC pack.
okay.
Yep, and I would guess so with the wrestling because we look at the convention exclusives or the convention figures that came out of Gen Con, they were still things like they had the old wording. I think the Thanos had colossal stamina or someone had colossal stamina printed on their thing, and it's just there. And because they're figures that were made for 2 years ago, they haven't got they're not with the new rules. So there we go. Print
But I
off
still
those
like
ones.
Colossal Stamina, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no,
When it's
did
written,
as
I
well.
like that to be written in the card. That's really good.
Yeah. So no, they're good rules things to continue to keep an eye on, Raf. So no, I appreciate that. I can't think of anything else that I had, but yeah, that was the one that I was thinking of was those changes to charge and hype running shot.
Thank you very much.
Which I guess it's no problems. Which brings us, I guess, to talking about what's the new kids on the block. When let's talk a bit about the Empire set. Have you guys seen much of the Empire set that they're bringing out? Have you had a look at many of the previews that people have shown, or?
Not really. I see that there's 4 figures that are up on HC Realms that have the dials and the powers listed, which is kind of cool. But other than that, I haven't seen anything.
What's the set name? It Chris. I cannot find it.
Avengers Fantastic Four Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got Skrull Spy, Rocket Raccoon, Hulkling, and Mr. Fantastico on HC Realms. And then when they're at Gen Con the other weekend, there was a whole lot of pictures that were taken of people put online. It looks to be some really cool. Actually, one I thought looked really great was the Thing. It was sort of more like a fiery rock thing, I guess. I don't know. He was just had that orange color. That he actually looks really cool. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like a dark fluorescent orange, I guess. I don't know. He looks really cool.
And what sort of power did they took off in this set? Do you know?
So I think they're still the same, but they have reintroduced shape change back in for this set.
But they usually take something out, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard what they've taken out.
Oh, okay.
But from what being able to sort of see with some of those figures, there's still like impervious. So there's no invincible that I've seen so far.
Yeah,
but
no invincible.
But I haven't seen, like, say you look at Mr. Fantastic, who you probably should have Perplex, but doesn't have Perplex.
And invincible is so necessary nowadays with so many exploiting, penetrating. How they cannot introduce invincible back, right?
I guess they do the reduced penetrating damage as a trait or
Oh,
something like that. And,
okay,
you know,
good.
that's what some of those characters will
Nice.
have.
Yeah,
But
okay.
they had to bring shape change back because, well, this is a
You
scroll
had
set,
scrolls.
so you need to have
Yeah.
shape change.
Mm,
And so yeah, I just thought there was some really interesting looking figures. Like if you look at Hulkling or Emperor Hulkling, I guess he is, and he's got a ton of keywords, and he can make scrolls and keys, scrolls and Cree,
agrees.
a yeah, a combined keyword as well. So
Oh,
he's got some
nice.
potential as well. Has 125
Ruler,
cosmic.
cosmic, and stuff.
Yep.
Like it. Yeah.
Wow,
Um,
there's 11 chase figures in this set.
11. I haven't seen that.
Dang.
Yeah, it's on the
It's gonna be
main
an
page.
expensive
17
one.
commons. Yeah, 17 commons, 17 uncommon, 15 rare, 12 super rare, and 11 chase.
Well, hopefully that will be one per
Cool. Yeah.
one per brick. One per brick would be nice with 11
One per
chases.
brick. Yeah.
I'm interested. So, and I guess as I look through, I go like sidelines becoming really important, like and how you fill it out. Like the scroll spy can just be on your sideline, and can be um, when an opposing character's code, you may choose a scroll spy on your sideline and roll 5 or 6, and you get to generate it. So your sideline starts to become really important. If you can have a
Yeah.
sentinel on there, and you can have a scroll spy on there. You've got a few troublemakers,
And all the
and then
swappy stuff, right?
and the swap it there. And you know, if you need people, Jason. So how you actually manage your sideline is going to be really interesting going forward too.
Yeah. Dooms.
And yeah, that's right. The Dooms, whether you're
Yeah.
going Dooms or whether you're going X-Men or Illuminati, or there's so much that comes into your sideline. But yeah, the figures look from the previews that I've seen look pretty cool. There's like a Doctor Strange Beast. I see. Looks like another Ultron. There's the Deadpool with his little shark body. Yeah, I think it looks like a good set. And I guess coming out of the Gen Con, you sort of see that they've got like the legacy cards for Infinity Challenge, so some older ones. And I actually saw that they had foil team up cards as well, which I'm not sure if they would be legacy. I don't think they would be, but I'd be really interested to see how they come out. So yeah, look, after this RAF set, which actually isn't too bad in the end. There was a lot of stick for it, but I actually haven't mind playing what I've played of it so far. I think this Empire set's going to be really nice to get in our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen the sort of list of figures that they're having? So
Um,
if you look at the main set, the confirmed figures. So as you
yeah,
said, you got Beast as the Sorcerer Supreme. You got Doctor Doom as the infamous Iron Man from that
nice.
run. Going down, you have Norrin Rad's Sorcerer Supreme. So that's Silver Surfer, Sorcerer Supreme, which is pretty cool. You got 2 Super Skrulls. So one Super Skrull is going to be based off the X-Men. And then they have another one, but it doesn't show who it's going to be. So it could be I would say it's not going to be Fantastic Four because you did have a Super Skrull Fantastic Four from what was that? That was from the first Fantastic Four set.
And
So
he's pretty good.
this one's probably going to be Avengers, I would say. Then you also have Thanos, that's dressed up as Captain America.
Which sounds crazy. Sounds
Yeah.
like a crazy piece.
You got Venom Phoenix, Venom Rogue, Venom X-23, Wolverine, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, look forward to that one.
And the one I'm looking forward to the most, Thor, Herald of Thunder. That's going
Yes,
to
he
be
will.
great. I've seen that dial or the sculpt, and it looks killer.
The
Yeah.
sculpt does look pretty amazing. Like, and
Is
that's
it
where
a
you're looking at
chase
that.
or there's no way to know?
It's probably
Uh,
going to be a chase, I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I would say. And he looks great with his hammer and zzz, and he's got the Is it the crows, ravens,
Yeah,
crows,
the two
crows flying
crows.
off.
Yeah.
Yep, he actually looks really
Or
really cool.
I can't remember if it's ravens or crows. I can't remember that. So
Check one day. I'll check one day. I won't check now. But yeah,
yep.
he's certainly one. And again, going back to where we were before, but a much more dynamic sculpt other than the one I'm looking at here, which has Daredevil just standing there looking like, I'm waiting here for someone to come to me. Looks, I look at the Taskmaster, he's throwing his shield. He looks there. So I guess as they move in with these bigger ones, bigger figures that they're creating, hopefully they'll put that more dynamic fit and styles to them. But yeah, they're really cool. So that's a good pick, Chris. I think that one will probably go for a lot because it'll be a pretty awesome piece, I'm sure. That's
I'm just looking at the renderings, the computer renderings, and they look pretty good. They got a Captain Marvel with one of the hammers, Deadpool with a mini shark, like a baby shark kind of thing.
I can't remember what that was. It's got a name like Bob or something like that. I don't know much about that Deadpool run, but even I believe it looks like Ultron. He's got the lightning in the hand and he's going for it. So no, they look really good. So it looks like some of the chases will be Venom chases again.
Yep.
That's what I'm sort of thinking, and then the other ones will be those, I guess, more Avengery type chases. I'm interested in the Wolverine Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm hoping he's not a chase, but I also do hope he is a chase because that means he'll be a pretty good figure. But yes, so I think Empires is shaping to be a really good set, and it should be good fun to buy and good fun to play. Look forward to opening some of those boosters. Anything else you guys want to say? Raf, do you have any thoughts on Empire, or you just wait for it to come out and pick out the best pieces?
No, that's it. That's what I'm usually doing. I'm just trying to buy like what is good and go from there. I'm almost buying like some Wonder Woman stuff that is still flying around. I've heard like Wonder Woman is completely sold out everywhere. So I just thought about, like I say, I'm gonna buy some Wonder Woman that is still flying around Australia. But not sure about this new set because like it's tricky, isn't it? Like if you buy this is something that we can talk about next episode. But the benefits.
Oh, you're learning.
Yeah, the benefits of buying.
You're trading him well, Chris. You're trading him well.
Yeah.
This okay. Please,
Sorry,
Chris, take a note for next episode. I'm gonna talk it now, so people will get excited to hear next time, right? It is the advantages of buying like the full set or bricks and boosters and stuff. So. That's something to be considered.
Which is better? Is it better just buying the set outright or buying the boosters and stuff? Yep, that's a good question. I do look on icons here, and they have Wonder Woman in stock.
Yes.
Icons, so we can still get it here.
Yeah, since like it's sold out everywhere, like mainly in the States, it means that those figures will kind of like hold value for like a long time. Because the set is sold out. So I guess like if you buy, you're gonna get your money back like definitely, because it's always something. There's always something good in the set. Like is it like a Flash or Sky Tyrant or Commissioner? All these like godness stuff that like there's in this set. Is it like the no? I think the. No, sorry. Is it like the Sky Tyrant and stuff? Is it Wonder Woman set?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So it's always getting something.
Yeah.
Pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Cool. Might actually. Yeah. Okay.
Might actually buy one, right?
I'm looking at going. Okay, they've got about Aussie collectibles. And,
I think I might.
Anyway.
Okay.
It may still. I know we didn't have any boosters on the shelf because I went into the shop the other day and I was looking going, there wasn't anything on the shelf I wanted to buy. So that was good that I didn't spend any money. Yeah, that's a good point. If others can't get it and we can, it could be very valuable for us.
Yep.
Okay, let's move forward. Then I think that's all. Any other thoughts on Empire?
No, not now, but we will
No.
talk about this later when we see some play.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, Raf, this is probably something that affects you probably most out of the three of us, but this is this meta talk. So you and Chris have been playing, no, sorry, not you. You and Terry have been playing quite regularly and testing out, I guess, high level competitive teams. Would I be correct?
That's true. Yeah.
And you've come across the thing of if you go first, you win. Is that correct?
That's what we are trying to avoid.
So how's that going with the? Are you able to avoid it? Are you able to? Yeah,
It's going bad.
Like,
it's going bad. It's very sad. I think the state of the game is quite sad, I would say, because that's on that level. If you are going to go to any competition like today, that's probably what's gonna happen in the. And I kind of like, I kind of like feel sorry for people that don't know about this, because they will get smashed. Like, it's not like our last nets. Because let's say, for example, Chris was not playing heroclix like for a while, right? But he prepared a little bit, watched some games, and thought about his team, and he was able to come with something that was still competitive. Okay, I think if you're not prepared to be smashed on turn 2, for example, you will be smashed, and the game will last just like 2 turns. And because that's just how things are going, and that's why me and Terry, we are not even having like a full game, because we basically say, okay, let's put the pieces together here and see if we can survive turn 2. So we do basically like one full morning with me going first and he going second. And then the other day, like on Sunday, we do the opposite, like he going first and me going second, just to see if there's a way to survive the first strike, And yeah, it's like.
Are you finding that? And you're finding that there's not a way to survive? Is that what you're finding?
If you survive, so the thing is, if you survive, you probably will have like half of your team damaged or dead or something like this, like. And then it's kind of like you have to recover from that initial strike. So you have that feeling that you are always behind in the game. So you're pretty lucky if you win. That's the thing.
So do you think going second is pretty much an automatic loss in that high competitive?
The way it is now, yes. And that's why I've heard that people from the Rock, they are planning to do some sort of like house rules. That's what I heard. I think it was Critical Clix, guys. Like, someone mentioned that they are thinking about doing a sort of like house rules to see how it goes. And like potentially they will be able to influence with kids or something like this. That if you win the dice rolls in the beginning, you either you go first or you pick map. That what I think it's a really, really good change. Really, really good. Like, it's a game changer. Yeah.
Bound to pick map and go first and go, cool, I'll pick this map.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And smash you. Yeah. It's so bad for the second player. Because if the second player has the chance to pick map, let's say you see in the other side like Sky Tyrant, Batman, and etc., right? What do? You just go Ancient Hold. You go, King's Tomb. You go this stuff, right? So at least you have a game, because the way it is, you pick map, you start, you have first turn immunity, you smash the other guy on turn 2. That's it.
Yep. And I know there's like you have barrier, but you need lots and lots of barrier if you're gonna
Yes.
try that, because Molecule Man could come across and just blip it out the way.
Yes.
I
Right.
think there's a Franklin that does the same,
Correct.
and
Franklin Richards. Yep.
yeah, and so you can barry up but still lose it all. Is it
And even if
having
you have like one giant, so let's say I see your team has a colossal, right? And I have giant reach with Sky Tyrant with the
octopus arms?
Waldo
No,
arms.
with Wild Arms. Yep.
Yeah. So I just go smash your colossal and run back, and I don't even need to. Yeah, I don't care about your barrier, right? So, or I can even go one flurry, I break a barrier, another flurry, I kill your Dark Phoenix, and I still have Batman in the back to mind control from the other side of the board.
Yeah.
If I break
I think
one barrier, right? So
that Bat Doom team is a really good team.
yes,
I heard Daniel talk about it, and yeah, it looks really good.
yeah, and I watched him playing like 6 or 7 games, I think. And you know when he lost to a guy when he lost map. The guy went to King's Tomb and managed to beat him on King's Tomb, because there was actually like a game on that moment. So
that negates Batman straight away. And yeah, so cool. Okay, I guess. Look, what is it? Barrier is a good option as much as you can. I guess is if you can having robots maybe, but just like only
true.
take 1 damage. Yeah, but like it means that you can't play some of the things you might be enjoying, because you've got to go, I've got to play this to survive. And I guess that's the hard place. It is like, I go, oh, I want to play this figure, but I really can't play that figure
Yeah.
because it's not going to be competitive.
No, let's
And
say even if you want to go robots, right? And then you face a team like Terry is playing, that he is able to swap stuff to make the Gene Bomb, right? The Gene Bomb bypasses the robots stuff.
no, I was thinking, I've heard them talking about, and I don't think there was actually anything serious, but they're talking about 3 Doctor Things on a team, so stop people from swapping things in and all that kind of.
But then you don't win as well, right? So
yeah, well, but sometimes it's not about the winning. Sometimes it's about making the other person frustrated.
That's true. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like you think about this stuff, and then this doesn't work. So yeah, it's just like a little bit sad, I think.
It would be interesting to see the data on the percentage of wins when going first and going second at the moment from tournaments.
Right.
Like, because you see the win-loss records at the bottom of the sheet, it might be 4 wins and 1 loss. And I'm wondering, is it the loss when they went first or when they went second? That would be because generally I hear, I went second and I lost, and that seems to be quite a common thing.
Yeah.
I might just stick to playing casual for a little bit at the moment, and before getting back into that heaviness. But as I say, I still enjoy it. But yeah, I think it is. I still think the meta's wide open in the team that you build. But going first is that really important part. If you don't get to go first, you don't get your setup.
Yeah, and that's. And then you just don't feel that there is an actual game, because you basically will have to keep doing barrier, almost like the whole game to survive. Like I don't know. It's just
that doesn't feel like playing a game of heroclix where you want to go up and start beating each other, but also getting wiped out in turn 2 doesn't feel like a game of heroclix, because you've set your figures up and then all of a sudden they're gone. You go, okay, that was fun. It's but that's high competitive stuff, isn't it?
But something needs to change, because like even I think it's still possible to have a game, right? That little change on the picking map and stuff just seems to kind of like solve no 80% of the problem. Terry told me like, oh, okay, you change these, people will change the teams and they will be able to beat you on turn 2, right? So I don't know. He might be right. So
Yeah, he might, and look, we always adapt to
yeah.
having the best possible team for the
Yeah.
worst possible situation.
That's true.
And I'll be interested to see how the experiment goes. It will change how people play if they get to pick either map or just go
Right.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
gonna
it'll
be
be interesting to see. And so I look forward to hearing about the results from that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things. It's just where the meta's at the moment. It's just got to get across and got to get those punches in. And when they're making figures with, cool, this one adds 3 to your speed. It's just to make sure you can get across there, or can use telekinesis on you and then move you 2 more squares.
And two more, right? Like
Yeah.
10 squares with like us in the other flash, right?
Flash there, and you go, okay, 10s. But it's where we're at, and it's finding those right combos, and it will come down to how you like to play. Like I've heard of other like teams at the moment. Someone played an Onslaught team that won an event just recently, and you go, excellent, that's great. And you have people who've been playing double null teams, and
one
so
as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's still out there. Again,
that's cool.
I know people will say it depends on your local meta.
Yeah, true.
And you know what? And I think Australia has its, as we've talked about before, has its own own local meta as well.
We do. Yep.
And so it'll be about we'll see what happens. Okay. Anything, Chris, on that you want to share?
No, not really.
That's fair enough.
It was just nice to listen. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to be smashing on turn 2, Chris? We can play a game if you want.
No. I like dinner and a movie first before I get smashed on turn 2.
Ooh, I like it. Well,
yeah, no, I got nothing.
No, that's fair enough. It's just the state we're in, and what I do like is that there are multiple different teams that you can do it with. It's not just everyone's playing the same team.
Yep.
And so there are some pieces that are better than others, but I like the fact that you could either go with a Sky Tyrant team, or you can go with now a Black Heart team, and so there are different teams that can do it. So which is good. It gives a bit more variety to what you're picking rather than going, because I just remember a time where it was like everyone just had, cool, I'll play Metron and Nightcrawler and we'll go from there, and everyone was playing that because they were the best 2 pieces.
So. And you know what, like the team that actually beat the Batman and Doom team was a completely different team. Was like a Fantastic Four, Future Foundation. It was like the guy was using Silver Surfer 20 points or something like this, and the Thing with Defend 19, Black Leopard. So it was a really new team, like it was really cool.
Yeah, and so they're still out there, and it comes down to continuing to experiment, continue to look at combinations, and again, it depends on what you come up against. Yeah. I would go, if you were to have a nationals. And
would you go Nimrod again?
Pardon?
Would you go Nimrod again?
But you know what? I still think about Nimrod because I had the idea of pairing Nimrod and Chase Thanos together, and so at least I can get cosmic energy on Nimrod. And I like anyway. No, but probably not where we are at the moment. But I don't think it would be like, okay, so we probably have a group of people who'd be really into the moving across turn 2, but there'll be some other more gentle play, I guess I'd call it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really great discussion tonight, guys. I've really enjoyed it, but I think we've probably finished. So we'll finish this off for tonight. Look, you can find us on our socials on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Be great to like and subscribe. And And
What is
yeah,
the Twitter? What is the Twitter?
and
Tell us.
yeah, at Barbie Clicks, because I
Okay.
know we love our Barbie Clicks. So yeah, at Barbie Clicks for that, and at Clicks on the Barbie for Facebook and
Yep.
YouTube. And Chris, have you got a quote for us for this week?
Yeah, it's from one of my favorite TV shows, Ted Lasso, from a writer named Walt Whitman. It is "Be curious, not judgmental." So it was good in the context of what he was talking about. It was heartwarming.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool.
And so, as we bring another episode to the close and turn off the Barbie, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to the show and have a great week. And remember that even a poor plan is better than no plan at all. Thanks for listening. See ya.
See ya. Keep your
See
six on the
ya.
ice.